Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video. Video number 2 on this late Friday night, June the 28th, 2024. Or if you're on the replay crew and you're watching tomorrow or whenever you're watching us, it is now June the 29th, 2024. We are at the end of June, pretty much after Sunday. We'll be done with the first half of the year, and another month goes by. So, pretty much the first half of 2024 is finally over, and as of Monday, we will begin the second half of 2024. But anyway, hope everybody has a great second half of the year. If you didn't have a great first half, I hope you have a great second half. You had a crappy first half of the year. For some of you, I hope you have a crappy second half of the year too. But to each their own, and that's it. Alright, thanks everybody for watching right here on the main channel. Once again, Killer of Demons 669. Yes. And as always, thank you once again for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the description box below, on this very channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. You can leave a comment on any one of my videos from the past, the present, and in the future, Conan. So, do it now. Leave a comment on my past videos, my current videos, my videos coming up in the future. But don't leave stupid comments, because you'll be pretty much, won't be sent back to the future. You will see your future, and that is bye-bye, so long, farewell, you're off my channel, and you pretty much be in hell, otherwise known as the Shadow Realm, and you would be blocked, hidden, never to be heard from again. So don't do it. But for all those great people that actually, are normal, if you want to leave a comment, you can, on any one of my videos, on any one of my channels, you can do that. But if you're going to act stupid, you're out of here. Simple as that. And if you don't like that, tough shit. And that's that. Alright. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Show your love and support there as well. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you pretty much need to get slapped in the face. And you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's that. If you don't know what SOL means, you are pretty fucked up. And you need a slap in the face to maybe joggle your mind and your memory, your brain. Some of you have no brain, so it won't work anyway. So, but you miss anything, you missed out. And I can't help you there, so. It is what it is. And don't forget to share the video all over the goddamn place. And that's all you gotta do. Simple. Even a dumbass like you can do that. But if you have problems, you got problems. And that's that. Alright, and for our new viewers here, if you're new here and you're floating around YouTube at this late night, and like what you see, smash that like button to death, stick that dumb skid up everybody else's woo-ha, because that's where it belongs, and subscribe to my other channels, show your love and support. And as I always say for the last 15 years, my friends, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, water, this is juice, but whatever you want to drink, but don't do it at work, because that'll be bad. But whenever you watch my video, sit back, relax, you grab that cold one, put your feet up, sit with your significant other, or by yourself, or with your dog, your cat, bird, whatever it is, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great, get the fuck off my channel, and go do something with your fucking life. Simple as that. You don't like me? Get off my channel. Go on your dead channel that has like 25 subs. You can barely get 100 views in a week. Okay? Get out of here. Go fuck yourself. Because you will never be better than me in anything. So, sorry. You don't like me? Tough shit. I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. been on here for 15 years, and I plan on keep going for another, as long as it takes. As long as it takes. Might be another 15 years. I might be going into my 60s by the time YouTube finally wakes up, or disintegrates, but, there's always other platforms to go on, like Twitch and Rumble, Odyssey, Daily Motion, all the other ones you can go on, but a lot of people tell me to go on different platforms, but, I could, but I don't want to. Simple as that. Simple as that. As much as I hate YouTube, YouTube is kind of an escape for me, so not my life like other people think it's their life and it's their job. When you're not even making that much money, even if you're getting donations and super chats and all that other shit. I mean, it's not really a job because Google takes pretty much almost all that. Anything you make like $800 in donations, you probably won't see a third of that. You won't be getting a lot. Google takes like a certain percentage a month from that shit. So unless you're doing like 6,000, like a whole bunch of live streams a day, and you're getting a lot of donations every freaking stream, then yeah, you can say that. But if you're just doing it once a day or once a week, whatever, and you get, I say like, let's just round, like make a ballpark figure, like let's say $400 or $500 in donations on a good day. On a good day, you maybe make more. Most of that you're not gonna see. You get like a certain percentage check from Google and the great people at YouTube. So is super chats and donations good for YouTube? In a way, yes, but in a way, no. Because, like I said, Google takes half of that. You could make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in donations on one good night. You know how much you probably get? Maybe a couple thousand. Maybe, I don't know how what the percentage is, but you're probably making a couple hundred to maybe a couple thousand. Maybe, at best, but, it is what it is. Do I care about donations and super chats? No, because I don't need it. I don't need monetization. I don't need that shit. Back in the day when we had like full screen and machinima back in the day, now they're gone. But I never wanted a partnership on YouTube. I mean, at the time, the first part I did, but now I'm like, as years went on, I'm like, I mean, I don't care if I had like 350 fucking views, and I was in the partnership program. I was barely getting like 25 cents a day. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I had an actual real full-time job, and I was making way more than that. So, but people want YouTube to be their job so they can pay their bills and everything, even though they're mooching off the government. Anyway, so it's like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point of doing like 10 videos a day and, you're trying to get the ad revenue and this and that, and you're barely getting anything? Or if you do live streams, you get donations. Yeah, that's great and all, but still. Where are you going to be? I mean, is that really going to pay for the other things you need, like food? I mean, God forbid, some of you people, that have no job, can't pay for, and your parents are paying for the internet, or for whatever. You're on YouTube all day trying to make money so you can pay your own bills and everything. It's not working out for you, so maybe you should actually go out and get a job. But it is what it is. I have a perfectly good job. I'm making money. I'm paying my bills. I don't have to mooch off the government or anything like that. I don't have to clickbait or anything like that. I don't have to make GoFundMes, and even if I did, it's for a cause. So, but like I said, I'll probably never ever do that in my life unless there was like a serious emergency. But that's probably not even gonna happen. But you never know. But even if I did it, and if I get crucified for it, I don't give a shit. I wouldn't even give a shit. Oh, Peter's e-bagging. I mean, who cares? Who cares? You can call me an e-bagger all you want, but like I said, if I ever did that, I don't care if I get labeled as that. It's for a cause. You know, if I have to pay bills or whatever it may be, then that's a worthy cause. But if I was doing it for charity, but it's charity, but still. People still get called e-begging and they're doing it for charity. I just think that's retarded. But it is what it is. But, you know, thank the Lord upstairs, you know, that He's given me a good life. Almost half my life is over already. I'm almost 50, gonna be level 48 in about 5 months from now. I got a good life, a good job. Still, I can pay my bills. I know they're a little bit high, but you know it's the way it is, the way inflation is, and how Bidenomics is killing the country. But you know, hopefully in the future, in the next 8 to 12 years, maybe the prices will start going down for certain things like the internet and groceries, which I doubt, but you know everything's gonna go up. So, like, the internet's going to go up because, you know, the FCC and everything, technology is going to be expanding. You know, the PlayStation 6 is going to come out. It's going to be like $1,500 to get. The new Xbox is going to be out. The new Nintendo. Everything's going to be like $700-800 as soon as it comes out. So, like, what's the point of getting any, like, video game systems? Unless you're, like, rich. And you have a lot of money in the bank. But... you know, for certain people, I can't even afford a PS5 right now. This, you know, pretty soon the PS5 is going to be obsolete, and the PS6 is going to be coming out, I would say, in the next couple of years. So, like, what's the point of getting a PS5 just to upgrade from a PS4? That's great, yeah, but, you know. Like, I want a PS5 so I can play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Reunion, which supposedly is the title of the final game in the Final Fantasy VII remake series, right? Remake, Rebirth, right? Even though that was integrated in there, the half point. But, you know, when that third game comes out, that is going to be epic, and there better be some DLC in that too. And then, eventually, Final Fantasy 17 will come out. Oh. But who knows if that's going to be an MMO, or that's going to be an actual game like Final Fantasy 16, which is fucking epic. The DLC alone. Can't wait for that. And then, you know, if you're like horror, you know, they're thinking about, they're remaking Resident Evil 5. That's going to be epic. A Code Veronica X is going to get a remake. They're thinking about remaking Zero. Just actually making it look like a remake. Not like the one that came out a couple years ago, which stunk. I thought it wasn't a great game. They might be remaking Resident Evil 1, which they should have done in the first place. Not have a prequel, but, you know. It is what it is. And they should really, like some of the side ones, like Code, really they should remake. They should not even remake it, redo Resident Evil 6, because that game sucks so bad. And then you even have to remake 7 and 8, because 7 and 8 were pretty damn good. And then you can start making new stuff, like Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil X, which would be 10. That, I can't wait for that. That would probably be coming in the next 10 years. How fitting be 10, but, you know. Resident Evil REX. That's what it would call it. REX. Now, would Chris Redfield be in it? Probably not. Leon Calvera. Why am I even bringing his name up? Sorry, Leon, but if you're watching this, but I didn't mean to bring him up like that, but Leon S. Kennedy probably be still the protagonist. You know, Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield might be in it. Ada. Maybe Wesker would be like, oh, guys, I don't even know Wesker's will be in the game. I mean, how many times can you remake Wesker? I mean, it's just insane. You know, he's like a robot. He's like he has a regenerated every fucking game almost, except for 7 and 8 because he was never in it. Well, actually 8 he kind of was, but you know why? You know why? If you played Resident Evil 8, you know why. You know he's kind of, if you followed the ending, but. And even in Resident Evil Remake 3, you know he's at the end. If you play separate ways, the side quest with Ada and everything. And in 4 too. And he's definitely going to be in 5 because you have to kill him at the end. But it is what it is. So it's going to be a lot of, Resident Evil remake games. There's going to be a lot of remakes galore probably. Final Fantasy realm. I would love a remake of Final Fantasy VI with Kefka. But really, the one that I think everybody wants to get remade is Final Fantasy IX. Now you can play it on the PS5, but it's just it's the same graphics guys you would see on PlayStation 2, but you can play it on PlayStation 4 and I think 5 too. But the graphics are epic. But a full remake, like what they did with 7, and, well, they should have done with 8, even though they didn't remake it, it was remastered, which is the same fucking game. The same game with a little bit upgraded graphics, that's it. It was just, dude, come on. But 9, full remake, like 7 was. Put some new stuff in there that was never in the game. New summons. New quests. Give us the 9 that we really want. Like what 7 is right now. What 16 was. Oh, give me that one. I will play the living shit out of that game. I wouldn't even touch another game. I'm playing Final Fantasy IX Remake every fucking day. I don't care if I beat it. I'll beat it again, I'll beat it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And if there's DLC, I'll download that and beat that too. I cannot wait. I don't know when it's going to come out. They've been rumored for the last couple of years now, and we've been talking about it on Twitch. Adam Colebaby's been talking about it. Even Broski, Tyler Breeze has been talking about it. Kenny's even been talking about it. And even Xavier Woods, all those wrestlers that do video games on Twitch, they've been talking about Final Fantasy IX Remake. Oh, and 10 should get a remake too, if you think about it. You know what else should get a remake? 13! I mean, the entire thing. The entire 13 saga. 13-2, Lightning's Revenge, or Lightning Returns, or whatever the fuck that game is. And then kind of bring in, like, the, Dirge of Cerberus games, like with Vincent, when you play as Vincent. I would do that whole thing as 13. Or at least put parts of like, Dirge of Cerberus, and maybe, not having children per se, but really, like, Lightning Returns, and then the follow-up to that, which, well, Dirge of Cerberus you can put in, Final Fantasy 0. I wish I had the... Did I have the thing over here? I don't think I have it over here. Somewhere. It's somewhere around. Actually, it is here. I do have it. There you go. I do have it because I was playing it the other day. This game should be remade. Final Fantasy Type 0. Which nobody talks about. It was like, oh, what is this? So I was like, well, it's part of the series. Good game, though. And that's the Day 1 edition when it first came out. It's good stuff. It's a good game. I've been playing it. I played it with my grandson. My grandson almost beat it before I even did. I'm like, wait a minute. You're 7 and you're beating this game. What the? How are you doing that? Like, I don't even know all the secrets yet. And he's teaching me, oh, good, Grandpa, look at this. Oh, that's what I did. I'm like, how did you do that? It's like, how are you at level 25 already? And this boss is like level 40. You beat him in one shot. I'm like, come on now. That's unheard of. Not true, it's not, but... But yeah, that game should get a remake. Or at least be put in to some type of Final Fantasy remake collection. I'd buy that. But, in any case, we got that. But, yeah. So, I don't know where I went on that tangent, but let's get back to actual stuff. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I hope you have a great final weekend of June, and then Monday we begin the beautiful month of July. We start July 4th weekend. Now, it's going to be a long weekend for some of you, because you'll probably be working up till Wednesday, and then you're off till Monday. But me, I'm off till Tuesday. It is what it is. But I have to go on Wednesday. I have to. It sucks, but it is what it is. And then, July 4th, pretty much everybody's off July 4th, July 5th. People are going to be on vacation. The whole weekend. Shooting off fireworks. Everybody's going to be a fireworks fest. Especially this weekend. And going into all next week, and probably all through July. All the way pretty much to Labor Day. It's insane. But, just have a great weekend. Be safe. Be well. Gonna get hot by Sunday here in the Northeast. Back to 90, but it's supposed to thunder. And Satan's gonna come out and kill us all on Saturday night, tomorrow night and Sunday. So, I mean, it's gonna be windy as balls here tomorrow, and then Sunday's gonna be 90, and then cool down a little bit, then kind of creep up by July 4th weekend. It might rain here in the Northeast. Pretty much everywhere on the East Coast is gonna get rain, which sucks. But I want to see the fireworks. Well, you can't if there's cloudy outside and it's raining like shit. But But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be really windy, but it's not gonna be that hot, which is fine. It's supposed to be like 70, 70 or 80 here tomorrow. Well, later today, wherever you may be watching this, but gonna be good stuff. But anyway, we move on with that. But hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and if you have a crappy weekend, well, that sucks for you. We got Forbidden Door on Sunday, and we'll talk about that on Sunday on the next edition of the Shadow Slayer 2.0, episode number 33. And we got 2 more coming next week, so by the end of next weekend, we're gonna have episode 35, which will be Heatwave, and that's pretty much it. Then pretty much the next one after that will be SummerSlam, then Bash at Berlin, All In, All Out. Got a lot of stuff coming at the end of August into September. And hopefully there's a pretty good chance I will be around for that. But I might take I'm going to be taking a break in right near the end of July. Pretty much in 3 weeks, I will be off for about a week, because I will be on my actual vacation. People think I'm not taking it, you can kiss my ass. But yeah, so pretty much for 3 weeks from Sunday. 3 weeks from Sunday, I will pretty much not be on YouTube. I'll still be checking things out here and there, maybe, with Issa and everything. I might be in the chats here and there, not too much, but, unless it's like a good night, when I might not have to do anything, but not on Raw. Raw, I'll probably be, in and out of the chat, Tuesday, NXT. Wednesday, probably be the day I'm actually in the chat all freaking night, but we'll see what happens with that. And then, Friday night with Smackdown and Rampage, probably not. That's pretty much it, because, that's Death Before Dishonor weekend. Not the, yeah, I was right. Death Before Dishonor weekend. And then, pretty much that Saturday was Collision. So I will not be. I won't be watching Collision till probably watching Collision maybe on the flight, but we'll see. But I will be back July 28th to do Death Before Dishonor and Collision. So I might be a little bit off on some of the storylines that week, but I'll keep my eyes and ears out, watching here and there, and researching and shit like that, so I don't fall behind. But as we get back to the end of July, I'll be back for, full time in July 29th. I'll be back full time doing the best, my reviews for Raw, Smackdown, and all that other shit. And then going into August and into part of September, and then it gets a little bit dicey. My work schedule might be changing. We'll see what happens with that when we get to September. Probably after All Out, we'll see where everything goes from here. But that's that. But we got 2 months to go. We got a long way to go. We got about 8 to 12 weeks. So stay with me. Don't go anywhere. So if I do go away for a little bit, in the fall, I'll be hopefully right back. I'm probably, that's at most maybe a couple of days to maybe a week or two. Maybe. But, like I said, it's a maybe right now. Because, like I said, it depends on the work schedule coming up, and because it changes every year, so. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, enough about that bull funky. Let's get to the topic at hand. More wrestling, my friends. Check out my TNA and Ring of Honor review a video ago. So, if you missed TNA and Ring of Honor, you get to watch that video. And that's it. Alright, after 27 minutes of spiel and ridiculous banter, it is time for your late night. Getting close to late night. On video number 2, right here on the Killer Demons channel. I'm Peter Joseph, a content creator, talk about the wonderful world of wrestling, or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. You like it? Good. You don't? Get the fuck off my channel right now. That's it. But on this getting close to late Friday night, it is time for your Smackdown and AEW Rampage reviews for this great Friday night, June the 28th, 2024. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, great Friday night of wrestling. Really just Smackdown, but we also had Rampage, the go-home show before Forbidden Door. Not much progression there. It's just there. But we saw a couple of people from New Japan Pro Wrestling, like Shingo was there, El Phantasmo was there in a TNT title qualifying match against AR Fox. So the TNT title match is now complete. I think we all know who won. And if you said AR Fox, I think you're wrong. So we got that. And tomorrow we're gonna pretty much finalize everything tomorrow. Like 0 hour. I don't think there's gonna be any mix-ups with the main card. Right now, I think we have 12. I think it's 12 or 13 official matches. That's including the pre-show. Because the pre-show we got 3 matches. Main show we got, as right now, 9. We could be 10. But we'll see what happens from that. But Forbidden Door is Sunday night from the Nassau Mausoleum in Strong Island, New York. Should be good, but we'll have to see what happens with that. But as far as SmackDown goes, we're 1 week away, as of now, we are 1 week away from Money in the Bank weekend. Money in the Bank next Saturday night from Toronto, Canada. And Heat Wave for NXT next Sunday. But so we'll have the go-home show for that this Tuesday night on the program. And that's pretty much it. Raw go-home show on Monday, July 1st, and then from Toronto, July the 5th, the go-home show. And that's pretty much it. Then we're pretty much done for July with WWE pay-per-views until August the 3rd, which is SummerSlam weekend from that great city of Cleveland, Ohio. Not that great. It sucks. But I digress. So we got that. So pretty much the next 2 months, we got a lot of shit, especially in August. We got a lot of pay-per-views in August. SummerSlam, Bash of Berlin at the end of the month. In between that, we got All In 3 from Wembley Stadium, and then the week after that, we got All Out from, I don't know where that's going to be, probably Chicago, but we'll see what happens with that. And maybe in between, also at the end of July, we got Blood and Guts 4. That's July 24th. Pretty interesting day that is, but I digress on that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Smackdown. And another epic Smackdown. A little bit of a lull this week, but still, an amazing show. Epic ending. An epic ending. We had the Bloodline Acknowledgement Ceremony, which I really didn't think was going to happen because of Sika's untimely passing 2 days ago, but they did it anyway. So we had that. We had the Bloodline in the house. And also, we had Cody, MDK, Cody, that bitch. Randy Orton has monotonous voice. And my boy Kevin Owens, head of their 6-man tag team match at Money in the Bank, which probably will not, may or may not be the main event, but we'll see. We got a couple of Money in the Bank qualifiers. We got 2 for the women, 1 for the men. We got Eli Drake, Santos Escobar, and Logan Paul. See who goes to the men's on the men's side. On the women, we had Naomi, Naomi Blair Davenport, and Indy Hartwell in one of them. And the second one, we had Jade Cargill. Tiffy Tiff, it's time for Tiffy time. Daddy! Yeah, we'll talk about you later. So we had Jade, Tiffy Tiff, and Candice LeRae in that second Money in the Bank ladder match. And a whole lot more on Smackdown. Alright, let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. And like I said, Smackdown, pretty good show. Not as great as last week's show, but still, that ending, has got a lot of us talking over the last couple hours. And it's going to go through the weekend into pretty much next week. We got that. Alright, so Smackdown emanated from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden in New York City. 19,000 screaming maniacs. From Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, everywhere. Brooklyn, everywhere else. Was I there? No. I'm not going to that. I would love to go to the Garden, but not for, WWE, unless Roman was there. Well, Roman's not there right now. But soon he will be. But, if anybody gets wants to get me a ticket, man, that's fine. I ain't paying you back. But, just get it for me. So I can go see Roman. So I can acknowledge the man pretty much almost face to face. But it is what it is. But anyway, so we're from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, basically home for WWE, unlike AEW, because it doesn't have a home, which is really their home is in Jacksonville, Florida. At Daly's place, a little winky-dink arena, or whatever it is. But anyway, so we got that, and our commentary team this week, which is strange. No, actually it wasn't strange, it was Corey Graves and Bad News Wade Barrett. No, I'm afraid I got some bad news. Huh. For you. Come on, Heyman. But we get that later. Alright, so our usual Smackdown team of Corey Graves and Bad News Wade Barrett. So we got that. Alright, so we start the show off with a backdrop of New York City on a Friday night in the summer. Because we are pretty much in the second week of summer right now, so got a long way to go. Alright, so we open up properly with a look back at what happened last week with the Bloodline 2.0, or the Rogue Bloodline, as Solo says that Roman's not coming back. And Cole's like, what do you mean by that? And then we saw the epic debut of Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. That was freaking epic. As he basically destroyed Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens by himself. So, newest member of the Rogue Bloodline comes in, and you can only imagine with Zila Fatu, Hikuleo, and Lance Anoa'i are pretty much on the way. Where they land, we'll see. We'll see. They go to Roman's original bloodline, the OG bloodline, which is going to be coming up pretty soon, with Roman and the Usos, and maybe one of those three guys, or Sami Zayn. But we'll see what happens with that. We'll get to that when we get there. Alright, so we saw that. And then we go to the dreaded parking lot. Or not the bowels of Madison Square Garden per se, but we go to the back where the cars come in, the parking lot area. So we see a black car coming in, and we see the Wiseman. My name is Paul Heyman. He's there, and he's awaiting the bloodline. So they all come out. Solo, me bookie, and the Girls of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, they're there. But where's Jacob Fatu? So the Wiseman says, where's Jacob? Where the hell is Jacob here? So no answer from basically anybody except for Solo. So that's pretty much it. They're like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you. So anyway, they go to the ring all together. They all go to the ring, and looks like we're gonna have the acknowledgement ceremony early. So they all come out. They throw up their ones. We're the ones. Fake ass Usos, but anyway. So they all come out for a little chitty chat. But before they even get to the ring, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton are right behind them. We have a big 6-man brawl that goes pretty much everywhere, almost everywhere, except for the back of, in the back. They go into the crowd at Madison Square Garden. The fans are going nuts. It's like, hey, this is a hockey fight. Where's the Rangers? It's like, the Rangers! It's like, we got that. They go into the crowd. Kevin hits a big, huge swanton bomb off some technical equipment. Put Solo through a table. I thought it was Tonga Loa for a second, but it looked like Solo to me. But anyway. And then eventually Nicholas Aldis comes out with a whole bunch of security, Creative Pro wrestlers, and some indie darlings you might know and love, from here in Brooklyn or the Bronx or maybe in Long Island. Wrestle Pro, maybe. I don't know. Who else? So they all come out. They break everything up. And that's pretty much it. So a big, red hot start to Smackdown. So I gave that part of the segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the break, after the break, we have Cody, Kevin Owens, and Randy still in the ring. Nick Aldis is still out at ringside trying to keep the peace. The security guards are still out there. No sign of the bloodline. And then, there's a lot of threats to the bloodline. It's like, get out here, we're gonna kick your ass! And then Cody's like, hey, this is Madison Square Garden. We came for a fight. Listen to that, getting a cheap pop. And then, Cody's like, this arena deserves a world title shot, but instead I have to deal with something that something that I ended at WrestleMania, which was pretty much the Bloodline storyline. No, you didn't, because you didn't get the job done, Cody. All you did was send the tribal chief on his vacation for a couple months. That's it. You still have a bloodline problem, which it's been going on for 2 years now. 2+ years. It could go on for another year the way it's going. So he says that. Then he's like, when I look at Solo, I don't see a tribal chief, but rather a seat filler. Oh, really? That's basically it. And he's like, get out of here right now! And then eventually, we go to another break. They're still in the ring. They're like trying to, the security guards are trying to get him out of the ring. They all just like, get out of the ring already! So, that I gave, I still gave the same rating. And then we go to a third break, and then we come back for a recap. Like, oh, we missed 10, 15 minutes of this? You didn't miss much. So anyway, we come back, we look at what just happened with a big brawl, and then, Cody's little thing, like, him talking like a monotone idiot. And then eventually, Nick Aldis comes back out with the cops. The NYPD come in, even though they were fake-ass fuck cops from the NYPD. And basically, they surround the ring, and eventually Cody, Kevin, and Randy reluctantly leave ringside, and then we see them go to the back. They get in one of those black limos. Bye-bye, so long, farewell, we're not going to hear from them again. Or are we? So they basically leave the arena, and I don't know with cops inside, or who took them out. But we see them, and then we see the cops just like there. After the security guards got beat up, afterwards. One of them was Marcus Mathers from GCW. Dude. Seriously, dude, Marcus Mathers, dude, you're getting beat up by Kevin Owens? Come on now. I'm just saying. But I digress. But that was good. It was a good, pretty much first 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes or so. But, yeah, eventually, they were about to get arrested, but then Nick Aldis like, get him out of the building, get him out of here, we don't want to see him ever again, get out of here, goodbye. And what happens to the Bloodline? They stay around. What do you want to do? Why don't you just get rid of all of them? Let's not have a show, nobody's here. Then we have a full-scale riot in Madison Square Garden, not the first time, but, we get that, So good, it was decent progression for the six-man tag team match next Saturday night, which I think the Bloodline will probably win that, unless a certain tribal chief comes around, but I highly doubt that. I think Roman's coming at SummerSlam, when Cody supposedly is going to be facing Solo for the Undisputed World title. I think, right near the end, we're going to, Cody's in trouble, everybody's beating him up. Yeah, nobody's there to save him. Then we hear, the epic. Either we hear the Shield style, the big dog music, or we hear the Roman Tribal Chief theme, and everybody in Cleveland, Ohio, goes completely berserk. We have a flash flood warning in Cleveland because all the ladies are like, Roman! I'm like sitting down and watching, like, oh my God, Roman! Shit! Roman's back! Get out of here, kick everybody's ass! He just comes out. He doesn't have to run to the ring. He doesn't have to run to the ring. He just, saunters down to the ring with the Wiseman and maybe the Usos. And then the Usos beat the crap out of the Guerrillas of Destiny. Roman just smacks around Jacob Fatu. Oh, that'll be fun. And then he gets to the ring and he just beats the fucking hell out of Solo. And then, I don't know what they're going to do with Hell in a Cell when it gets to that point, but Survivor Series is going to be the OG Roman Bloodline versus Solo's Road Bloodline in a double cage. Where is it going to be? I don't know, but that would be nice at Madison Square Garden. If it's there, but I doubt that. You never know, but who knows? But that's what Survivor Series is going to be, and then you go at a Survivor Series going into the Royal Rumble in February, not January, February 1st. Who wins that? I mean, who faces Cody? Who might face Cody at WrestleMania? People think it's The Rock. But I think this leading to Roman versus Solo to see who is the real Tribal Chief, and we all know who that is. Bye-bye Solo at WrestleMania 41. You're out! You are out! That's it. Roman's gonna annihilate him. Annihilate him, and probably on I would say night 2. But then Cody's probably going to fend against The Rock on night 2. I don't even know what's going to be on night 1. What would be night 1? We're going to do another one of those things we had this year, like something like Cody gets the match. Even though he like, oh, Cody wins the Royal Rumble, he faces Roman. I would have Roman win the Royal Rumble, face Cody on night 1, win the belt, then go on to night 2, beat the fuck out of Solo. Get the tribal bees in tribal combat. Oh. See how great of a booker I am? Have Roman, I mean, he doesn't really need the belt per se, but still. Roman Solo tribal combat. Give me that. Give me like a hardcore, hard-hitting, everybody like beating the fuck out of each other match. Yeah, you have Jacob come in, you have the Usos coming in with the Girls of Destiny, like I said, Jacob, maybe Sami Zayn, who knows about that. Then eventually they're going to bring in Hukulio, or I don't know, they're calling him Tala Tonga, which is a stupid name. They still have that trademark Cesar Sikoa. What the fuck is that? You know, Zilo Fatu is kind of hinting he's going to be in the Bloodline storyline. What version of the Bloodline? I don't know. Lance Anoy, I would think would stick with Roman, but we'll see. Who knows who's going to come up next? I mean, so many people in the Samoan dynasty that you can probably have like 13-year-old kids coming up next. You know, Roman's kids will be coming up. I acknowledge the tribal chief, my dad, Roman Reigns. And then Jimmy's kids are like, oh, what are we doing here? The Bloodline storyline ain't gonna end. The Samoan dynasty's never gonna end. They're gonna have like 6 million kids. Like the next 40, 50 years, we'll be talking about like Roman, like 50 years ago. Back in my day, Roman held that belt for 1,300 days. You remember that? At WrestleMania 41, we're talking about WrestleMania 90. I think it should just not even be called WrestleMania 50 or 60 or anything like that. Just call it WrestleMania. But now we're at 41, and it's a number now. But when we get to 50, we're going to call it WrestleMania L. Yeah, L. Big fat L. Not even XL. Which was this year. We're just going to have to call it L. No, and the L would probably be like the big freaking, on the stage, it'd be like a big L. WrestleMania. Not even a big 5-0. It should be 5-0, but still. I don't know how they're going to do it, but next year's in Vegas. 42, don't know. Might be in Indianapolis, so we're talking about that, but a future WrestleMania. So 42 could be in Indy, but I thought that the new Titans stadium was getting either a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania, which I thought was 42 or maybe 43. And then you got to talk about, when's London gonna get it? 44, 45. Maybe it comes back to New York? No, probably not. Unless they want to do WrestleMania May, then yeah, maybe you can bring back to the Northeast, because it would be warmer. But then you got to worry about the hurricanes and all that other shit. if you do an outside stadium. That's a WrestleMania on Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. How bad would that be? Nah, WrestleMania should not be in May. Should be in middle to end of March or early April. But next year's is on Easter weekend, which is like the middle of April. So how are we gonna get from March to April? Unless the Elimination Chamber is in March? I don't know. I don't know. Because we're gonna go from February 1st to the Elimination Chamber to Mania. And you got an NXT pay-per-view coming up as well. That's probably going to be Royal Rumble weekend. So February 2nd will be the NXT pay-per-view, whatever that's going to be. And then WrestleMania weekend, you got Stand and Deliver, number 4 or 5, or whatever number it is. But it is what it is. So that's pretty much that. And we move on with that. Alright, so anyway, let's get back to Smackdown. So, Cody, Kevin, and Randy, they leave the arena, not with like a cop escort, they just leave in a car. Like, oh, we'll see you next week. But the Bloodline stick around. I guess you got that stroke. But it is what it is. Alright, so all that, I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then finally, after all that chaos, we finally get to our first official match of the night. Women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. The first of 2 on the night. We got Jade Cargill, that bitch show, taking on Candice LeRae. Or just threw her in there. And it's Tiffy time! Daddy! Yes, Sunshine, how are you?
Daddy, did you see me out there? I was in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. I did good.
Yeah, you did. You look great.
Oh, thank you, Daddy. I know.
Anyway, 9-minute match. Could have went a little bit longer, but anyway. So Jade shows off some double team attempts. The start neck breakers, both the ladies. Then a super kick sends Tiffy Tiff outside. Jade then throws Candice LeRae onto her for a big time beatdown crash. I mean, calm down, Jade. Candice going, yeah, Jade! And then after that, we see the big fat girl, the queen of the ring, Nia Jax, come out, and then Bianca Belair, she's Bianca Belair, she plays with her hair, that's actually her fucking hair. She's Bianca Belair. So both of them come out, they have a little argument at ringside, and then they stay around after the break. Jade fights out of trouble between Candice and Candice and Tiffy Tiff. So she gets out of that. Tiffy avoids a charge, sends Jade to the outside, and then Nia's stalking her like, I'm going to eat you because I'm fat, Nia Jax. And then Bianca cuts that off, but then out of nowhere, Indy Hartwell comes from, where did you come from? Sends Jade Cargill into the ring post head first. Ow! Which led to Candice trying to steal the pin, grabs a fruit roll-up on Tiffy Tiff for a near fall, but Tiffy's like,
okay, that's it, bitch. I'm gonna win this for Daddy.
She knocks Candice down, goes up top, hits the prettiest moonsault ever. 1, 2, 3, Tiffy Tiff gets the win, and she's going to Money in the Bank in Toronto. And that's pretty much it. She joins Chelsea Green, EO. Yeah. I think she joins Chelsea Green, EO, and I think one other person. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But Lyra Valkyria. How can I forget that? How can I? Because it's Lyra. So we got that. So basically, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match is now pretty much all set. We got one more match coming up later. But Tiffy Tiff is going to be in that match. She is a good, huge favorite to win next to maybe Chelsea Green, because it's her home, I think, a hometown or home country and all that. She's from Canada. Hey, so we got that. So, Tiffy Tiff gets the win and everybody's happy.
Daddy, I won! I won, Daddy! Are you happy?
Yes, Sunshine. I'm always happy when you win. I hope you win Money in the Bank and you cash in and win that world title.
Nah, I'm gonna win! I'm gonna cash it in on that bitch Bailey! And I'm gonna win just for you, Daddy! And I'm gonna hold it for like a year!
Well, we'll see what happens with that.
Don't ever doubt me, Daddy! I'm gonna win!
Okay, calm down. Here's my credit card. So we get that. So, Tiffy Tiff is in Money in the Bank. I'm happy. You're happy. Well, some of you might be happy, but it is what it is. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright, so I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, then after that, we go to the back, we see Bailey! Give me a hug. Hey, Bailey! Who? I wanna know. Will you be my girl? Pretty much. Anyway, so Bailey, the SmackDown Women's Champion, she's there with Naomi, who has her own Money in the Bank ladder match, qualifying match with Indy Hartwell and Blair Davenport. They see what happened, Tiffany, with Tiffany winning. They find Tiffany annoying, you bitches, and wonder what happens if Naomi wins Money in the Bank. Well, Naomi's like, I'm gonna cash it in on you. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, right. Anyway, and then Blair Davenport comes in, starts mocking Bailey, talking shit. And Naomi goes to go after her, and Bailey's like, hold on, sister, hold on. And Naomi's like, I'm gonna beat her ass. She's got a beat down coming. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Nick Aldis's office. I'll just say Nick Aldis's office because it sounds ridiculous. Alright, so he's there with Mia Yim at the start. Mia's looking for a match, I guess, with Nia Jax. Well, you ain't getting that right now, but it is what it is. So she leaves, by the way. She was looking smoking hot, by the way. But anyway, she leaves, and then the Pride. Are we still calling it the Pride because Bobby Lashley's not even there? Where is Bobby Lashley? Did he get hurt? He got hurt at WrestleMania, I think. I don't remember. I'm like, where the fuck is Bobby? Where's Bobby Lashley? But anyway, the Street Profits, Angela Dawkins and Montez Ford, they come in with B-Fab, and basically, I think it was supposed to be the Profits versus the Bloodline. It says, you can't fight the Bloodline tonight, but, you might be able to do it next week. Boring match. And then, my favorite part of this segment, the Yes Boys return. We saw them like maybe a couple weeks ago. But anyway, the Yes Boys, Kit Wilson and Elton Strong, remember? They come in, I don't know what the hell they were wearing, but they're looking pretty damn nice. They come back, they return to SmackDown, and suggest a musical, like the Yes Boys musical. I'm like, all for that. But instead, the Prophet's like, oh, how about we have a beat down instead of a musical? We have a beat down, dude. So we get that, and so next week we got the Yes Boys in their SmackDown return against the Street Profits. You know who's gonna win that? The Profits are gonna win. As much as I would love for the Yes Boys to get the win in Canada, but I don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know. But at least the Yes Boys are back in the SmackDown Tag Team Division, but what are they gonna do with them? Just job them out? Come on. No, just, what they should have done, not even have him on the show tonight, just have him just randomly show up on NXT. Say, hey, we got the next shot at the NXT Tag Team Champs. Smart booking. That's smart booking with teams, with people and teams that are not doing anything right now. The Yes Boys are doing nothing. They've been stuck in catering for months. And they really should be tag team champions on SmackDown, or go back to NXT, like I said, win the NXT tag team belts for a third time. What are they doing on SmackDown? I think when they got called up to SmackDown, it was great because they were on a hot streak, supposedly, and then they got sent up the river by my cousin Tony D. And then they make their SmackDown debut, and it was okay, but still, down the shitter it went. Got a couple of tag team title matches, but didn't win, obviously. So, I would just bring them back to NXT and let them win the belts again. Because if not, I mean, they're just going to be in obscurity. They're going to just, like, randomly appear on SmackDown, get jobbed out to teams like the Profits, maybe and pretty much DIY, or any other tag teamers on SmackDown. Because there really isn't that many. So, I don't know. It makes me mad. It makes me mad that some of these people are not even, getting anything. Baron Corbin's back on SmackDown. What is he doing? In a ridiculous fucking segment with freaking Apollo Crews. What is Apollo doing? Sitting in catering, eating steak with Titus O'Neil somewhere in the background. Ooh, this is great. This steak is great, Baron. You should try it. And then you have like Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell and pretty much everybody else that's not even used on SmackDown. Like, hey, let's bake some cookies. We'll steal Dana Brooks' recipe. Ridiculously boring shit. Natalia's probably going to be going to AEW because her contract's up. I don't know when. Get her out. I mean, Maxine Dupree's was in Alpha Academy. That whole thing is gone. They're thinking about doing another one of those Otis Mandy Rose type things where Otis saves Maxine Dupree from getting beat up. And then Tozawa's like maybe getting jealous. Oh, me want a piece of that pussy too! No, you get nothing there, Tozawa. Get out of here. You have people like that, and just, And then you got teams like, you got factions like the Final Testament. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen with them, because now that, you got three evil teams, basically. You got Judgment Day, you got the Final Testament, and you got the Wyatt Six. So, the Final Testament is going to be pretty much gone. Because they're lost in the shuffle, because the Wyatt Six is just running Raw right now. Just obliterating it. Not even doing anything. I mean, they're just, really, causing Chad Gable to have a heart attack. And then killing people randomly. Just epic segments. And then, when they finally appear on Raw in matches, I mean, who's going to give two shits about Killer Cross and the Final Testament? And who's going to care about the Judgment Day? Judgment Day is going to be, it's going to be new Judgment Day, because Poppy Priest is going to be, on his own eventually. Not in Money in the Bank, probably, but, we'll see. Liv Morgan's going to replace Mommy. Rhea Ripley's going to be coming back as a face at SummerSlam to win back the Raw Women's Championship. Liv Morgan goes to the back of the line. Charlotte might be coming back. I don't know when, but we could have Rhea Ripley and Charlotte maybe by the end of the year. Who knows? You can put Nikki Cross in there too. Alexa Bliss might be coming back. Who knows? Becky Lynch. We don't know what Becky's going to be doing. Besides taking some time off to be with Rue. Maybe Seth pops another, pops another kid out of her. Who knows? At this point, I don't know. I mean, Rhea Ripley and Buddy Murphy got married over the weekend. Well, a couple of days ago. Yeah, pretty much over the weekend. So, you know Buddy's gonna be he's popping that, popping Rhea Ripley's, you know what? God forbid 9 months later, Rhea Ripley's pregnant. But I don't think they're gonna do that yet. I think Rhea's gonna come back eventually by SummerSlam, get back her belt, probably hold it for another year or two. Probably hold it for about a year, then lose it, and then maybe, Buddy Murphy and Rhea Ripley start a family. I mean, that's up to them. I'm not saying they should, but, they want to have kids, great, do it. Do it. Don't pull out of two. Don't do it, don't do it, John Cena. We're pregnant, everybody! It is what it is. And we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, the Yes Boys, next week against the Profits, I don't see them winning. I would be nice, but I just don't. Then they're just going to be stuck in pretty much Smackdown catering right now. That's it. Just, like I said, if it was me, I would bring them back down to NXT, let them face teams like the D'Angelo family, maybe Gallows and Anderson, who knows. Let them win back to the tag team championship. Let them be hosts of Stand and Deliver once again. I'd love that. But, they got to do something with the Yes Boys at this point. I mean, either that or ship them out to... I would probably ship them to TNA. I mean, I don't think Tony Khan would do anything with them, but... That's why you need fresh blood in creative, and you need fresh blood as the booking team. That's why you have guys like me, Joe Cronin, and other people that do fantasy booking once in a while. We can book. I've done it for so long. JD has his booking, but it's ridiculously dumb. Oh, I got this. Nobody cares what your opinion is, JD. Shut the fuck up. And your Braves still suck. Hey, JD, don't look now. The Mets are red hot right now. Woo, boy. Mets are back at above 500. They are, I believe, 19-6 this month. Or 18-6. Won tonight against the Houston Assholes. Forgot the score. No, I think it was 7-2. I think it was 7-2. Good game. Tyrone Taylor hits a home run. Big Pete Alonso with a big dick shot to left field. That's a home run for you dumb people at home. And even with Drew Smith out for the year, because fucked up his arm. The Mets bullpen, Nunez. They might be bringing up Fujinami, whatever the fuck his name is. Fuji. Not Mr. Fuji, but Fuji. They're going to bring up some guys from the minors to kind of counteract that until, Diaz comes back from his suspension. Which, I think he has... how many games does he have left on that? 7 games left. So he'll be back by the end of next week, really. I got 2, so that'll be 5. Then he's got all next week. Yeah, pretty much the week before. I would say the week before the All-Star break, Diaz will be back in the bullpen. But I probably would save him. I know it's gonna be 3 weeks, Met fans, but still, he has to pitch eventually. So maybe you throw him in maybe the last couple games before the All-Star break. And then Senga's supposedly Senga's gonna have a rehab assignment next week. But I would save Senga for the second half, so when he comes back in the second half, hopefully he's lights out. They bring up Christian Scott, who's going nuts in the minors again. They bring up I don't know about Beatty, even though he's raking too. They bring up maybe another guy that's raking. I forgot his name. they're going to bring up a lot of people, and the Mets are going to be buyers and possibly sellers at the All-Star at the trade deadline. Who are they going to trade? Don't know. Who are they going to get? Don't know. But they're probably going to trade most of their bullpen. Probably trade maybe a starter like Quintana, even though he had a pretty decent game tonight. Still. Does McNichols go? Even though he hit a home run tonight? Kind of, woo, okay. Hello, McNichols. How are you doing? 3-1 shot. Maybe that revitalizes his career. I doubt. I don't know. But I still think McNichols might be on the trade block. But most of that bullpen, bye-bye, so long, farewell. Ottavino, bye-bye. Hauser, bye-bye. Drew Smith, you're damaged goods. Get out of here. Maybe they could bring in some people. Maybe bring in another bat. But then you're going to like, well, who are you going to trade? Marte. Even though I would rather not trade Marte at the moment. But still, I mean, he's injured now. He's out for 2 weeks. But the offense is just amazing right now. Alvarez has a 10-game winning streak. 10-game hitting streak. Pitching is starting to become pretty good, even though I'm really worried about that bullpen. Really worried about that bullpen. McGill had a really bad game on Saturday against the Cubs. So he has to kind of like kick it into gear. You know. But so far, the Mets are doing some good shit this month. Like I said, 18, possibly 19 wins. Back over 500 for the first time since May. And pretty much in the thick of that third wildcard race, there were, at the time, 1.5 games back. I think 1 or 1.5 games back of the Padres for that third wildcard spot. But the way they're going, if all these other teams start floundering, like the Phillies, and they lost Schwarber and Harper. Harper hurt his hammy. If Harper goes down for a couple of weeks, that Philly team looks like shit. And if Schwarber goes down, goodbye. But they still have a decent pitching staff. I think they still have Wheeler. They have Nola. Their bullpen still stinks, but but it is what it is. And Braves, you know, still chugging along somehow. So JD's like, yeah, we're chugging along. Yeah, you're chugging along still. You have a big lead. No, I don't know how much they're leading by, but still. The Braves could go at any time. So the Mets could if they keep going the way they're going right now, I think they're going to have an amazing, no pun intended, amazing second half. Barring a collapse like they usually do in August. So I'm really worried about August and pretty much after the All-Star break. If they can stay in contention pretty much through next week, I think they have a good shot to come out of the All-Star break and do some damage. But you never know with the Mets teams. Usually in the second half they start, choking a little bit. And then pretty much they choke, they start falling way behind in the wild card race, and then September comes, they try to make a last-minute run, and it's too late. But if the Mets get in the way they're playing right now, I would be freaking nervous to play the Mets in the wild card round, or even in the first or second round of the playoffs, the NLDS or the NLCS. I don't think the Mets are going to win the World Series this year, but I mean, they get to the playoffs. That's at least some type of accomplishment for a team that was pretty much dead about 20-some-odd games ago. About a month ago, they were like dead. I'm like, this season's over. And then next thing you know, Grimace comes out like, hey, it's Grimace. Grimace with the Grimace power. I mean, the Mets are just on fire right now. This is great. And they had a concert tonight after the game with, what's his name? Julio? Is it Julio? No, I think his name, I think it's Julio Iglesias, or Jose Iglesias. He's singing OMG, which is now their freaking rallying cry. I think it was Tyrone Taylor hit a home run. All you see is that some fan bought a thing that says OMG, which is Iglesias' hit song called OMG, not that OMG, like Oh My God by Usher. But he hits the home run, you see Martin like, oh, he's putting the thing up. I'm like, what is this? And then they won the game, and then after the game, they have a concert by Iglesias. He's singing, oh my OMG, and the entire freaking team is out. It's like, oh, look at that, oh, this is great. What is in the water in Flushing, New York? I like to have some of that. Holy shit. The Mets are just... Who are these Mets? Where do they come from? Mr. Met, you're fired. Pretty much, you're fired. Take Mrs. Met out of here. We got a new mascot. We got Grimace. Even though that would be copyright infringement, but still. I want those shirts made of Grimace, like, with the Mets logo on it. Not somebody, not fan-made, not anything like that. It has to be Major League Baseball made. Like, they have like, maybe McDonald's and the Mets can form some type of thing, and we have Grimace shirts out now. I would be the first to buy that shit. I wish I found my Grimace doll. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Yeah, I have a Grimace doll. Don't ask, because you know who. I mean, hell, if Rosa can get me a Grimace doll, she can get me one of these, too. Antonito, that's it, how you doing? Get out of here. Osito. Ah! Okay. That guy fears Osito. Big ups to my boy Osito. We missed you here in the New York wrestling scene. I know he hurt his shoulder. I don't know if he's ever coming back. I missed the guy. My homie. Kinda looks like him, too. Kinda looks like this guy, you know. Mr. Adolito S.A. We miss him here in the Brooklyn / New York wrestling scene. We missed the guy. Former No Limits champion. And sadly had to drop the title because of injury, which sucks. Now we got a guy, not the guy that actually has the belt, looks like Scott Baio, the younger version. The Charles in Charge version. Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Yeah, and him. Hey Charles, what are you doing? I'm in charge, that's what I'm doing. Great show, by the way. Great show. With Nicole Eggert. Oh, she was hot back in it. Oh. And Willie Ames before he became a crack addict. Ho. And no, not Willie Ames is not the dude from that plays the greatest American hero. Not Willie Ames. That's somebody different. People get that mixed up. I got that mixed up one time. I missed that show. That's another great 80s show. The Greatest American Hero. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Okay, I'm not gonna sing that song. Man, the 80s had some great theme songs. Great TV shows that you know and love. Punky Brewster and Mork and Mindy, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. Small Wonder. It's a small wonder. Mr. Belvedere. And then later near the end of the end of the 80s, like, Perfect Strangers, Bucky Batacamas, Cosanelli, we do the dance of joy! Step by Step was like the early 90s. Family Matters, you know, Steve Urkel. Hi, Laura! You know. Good times, man. I love the 80s and, you know, not so much the 90s per se, but 80s were just like the decade. We'll never get that ever again. With great music, great movies, TV shows, game shows. No, never again. All the game shows from the 80s are gone. Pretty much. I mean, Wheel of Fortune is still around, but, you know, with that idiot Seacrest. Jeopardy's with Ken Jennings. Can't watch that. Then they're bringing out all these new games or kind of recreating new games. What's that game on Fox? Something with balls. Like, you stand on the platform, you answer a question, and the balls come down. If you answer it incorrectly, the balls come out. Boop! You're in the water! That one's fish food. But you got one of those. I think you still got The Wall. Another boring as fuck show. I don't know, Beat Shazam is on like, every once in a while. Then you got ridiculous, dumb, freaking shows like The Masked Singer with that idiot that can't keep his dick out of women's pussies. That's, Nick Cannon. The Masked Singer, you got The Voice. I think you still got, American Idol that nobody gives two fucks about because half the people that win these shows don't even get a good record deal. Who cares? Who cares about these fucking shows? I mean, America's Got Talent's the only thing I'll actually maybe watch, because maybe one of them will actually, be a superstar singer. But, I think all the seasons of America's Got Talent, they never had a major, like a band, win the whole thing. I mean, they had Steel Panther on there. I'm like, why would Steel Panther be on America's Got Talent? It makes no sense to me. They auditioned, they lost, obviously, but I'm like, why? Why would Steel Panther, a great band that has a record deal, why would you go on America's Got Talent? I know they get more popularity, but still. You have Simon Cowell. What is this? I thought that was horrible. What are you wearing? This ain't the 1980s. Shut up, Simon. And then you have like kids playing the guitar. Like, oh, you're great. We'll send you to the next round, and they won't do anything with them. They had some Indian chick. So I'm like, I don't know how old she was. She's playing the guitar and like, I don't know if you're good for this. And she's just like banging out freaking Papa Roach. She's playing Last Resort by Papa Roach, and he's kind of like improvising it. It's like, oh, she's actually doing it pretty well. I think she went on to the next round, and who knows what happened after that, but still. I don't know, but I don't know. You know what we need? We need a show. Like Battle of the Bands, where you have local bands from all around the country going on the show. I think they used to do it. I don't know if I don't remember the show, but they should have like a nationwide talent search of the best bands in like New York, Jersey, whatever. They all come in and they had this big show, like a Battle of the Bands type show, and the best band from the Northeast, the South, the Midwest, the West, they all, like, all these bands, and then at the end, the top 4 bands go to, like, Los Angeles, California, or some shit, probably Los Angeles, let's just say that, and they play for, I don't know who would be, like, the judges, but, the top 4 bands play, well, you could do, like one of those American Idol things, like, oh, let's call in and vote online, which I don't like, because, that's rigged. I would have the judges freaking pick the best band out of all those 4 bands. I have, like, a 2-week thing. Top 4 bands play, you cut that in half to 2, and then the finale, you have both bands play, like, 2 songs, and you can have, like, Metallica, or maybe In This Moment, or New Year's Day, or even Motionless in White. You have, like, a couple of big, huge bands play on the show, 2-hour show, on Fox or whatever. And then at the end of the night, the best band wins, from whatever side of the country comes from. I know a lot of New York bands who would be on that show. I know a few. I don't know a lot. I mean, not a lot. I'm not saying a lot. I know a few that would love to be on that. I could name a few. Conquer Divide. even though they're from the South. Yeah, put Conquer Divide there. Put a couple, my good friends that are in bands. Put them in there. A couple of cover bands that I know a lot, that I know personally. Put them in that freaking thing. They probably, I don't know if they'll make it, but it'd be nice to be on the show. I know a couple of bands I know are trying to get on the Berserkus tour with Zakk Wylde. I hope one or both of them get on it. Not that they're going to be around here, but just saying. Alright, enough about music and that stuff. Alright, but yeah, let's get back to wrestling. Alright, so Pretty Deadly, going to face off against the Street Profits next week, and they're probably going to lose. That's that. Alright, moving on. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We see Solo Mibuki telling the Wiseman, my name is Paul Heyman. He's still asking about where's Jacob Fatu. So Solo's like, well, Jacob's not here right now. Or so we think. So, instead of him getting acknowledged in the Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony, it's going to be you, Paul. You're going to be officially our Wiseman, or my Wiseman. And Paul's like, oh, what? So Solo is really taking his tribal chief thing way too far. He's breaking Roman's commandments. He's saying that Paul's going to be his Wiseman now. He's bringing in people like the Guerrillas of Destiny. He brought in Jacob Fatu. You can only imagine who he's going to bring in next. And Roman's just sitting on a beach in Miami like this. What the fuck is this guy doing? I need to come back. Yeah, you do, Roman. Get your ass back here. Stop this madness already. It's making me throw up. That's that. Alright, so we'll see what happens. At the end of the night, the Wiseman's acknowledgement by Solo, the Guerrillas of Destiny, and Jacob Fatu. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to the, not the final one, but the final Smackdown Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So we have Santos Escobar taking on Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. And they take on the United States Champion, Logan, You Suck, Paul. Okay, it's pretty much non-title. I mean, the title doesn't even need to be on the line here. So anyway, Logan Paul comes out, dressed as he's in Rocky IV with the... I mean, it is July 4th weekend next week, so maybe you might be a little bit early on that. So he's wearing, Stars and Stripes gear and stuff like that. So he comes out, talks some shit. It's like, hey, we're in MSG. So I'm gonna bring out a guy that's a winner, unlike the people here in this building. Oh, don't go for the Rangers. Those Rangers fans will kill you. So he brings out Indiana Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, I was like, oh, he is trolling. And then we see Jalen Brunson, the so-called MVP of the Knicks. He's in the audience. So I'm like, oh, man. And I have to say one thing. Fox, fuck you. Fox 5, fuck you. With all the freaking... They turned off the sound because the crowd's going, fuck you, Pacers. Everybody cursing up a storm. Then, for a good 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, did I say 3 minutes? For a couple minutes, the screen went completely black. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I think we all know because the crowd is going berserk. Cursing up a storm.
Oh, we can't have that on TV.
And everybody's like, everybody on Twitter is like, I can't wait till they get off Fox. I can't wait till they get off Fox in September. People are saying October. No, it's September. September 13th is pretty much the season premiere of SmackDown back on the USA Network on Friday nights. And NXT will begin, I believe, October the 1st or the 2nd. Somewhere at the beginning of October, I know that. And Raw will be still on the USA Network on Monday nights, but then they're going to be going to Netflix, and they'll be uncensored. So this type of shit, you won't be seeing black boxes or anything like that. The screen go black or anything. It's just on Netflix. On pretty much on the USA Network, they have, they'll still have like, oh, you can't say shit, They'll be bleeping up a storm. I bet you nothing. They'll probably have black screens on USA Network on Friday nights. I'm like, oh, come on. And it pissed me off because when we get to the final segment, there was a good portion of that segment which was blacked out. I'm like, that's why I fucking hate censorship. It's cable TV. I know it's local TV. Local Channel 5. We can't curse. Pfft. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, man. And then people saying, oh, YouTube should be censored. Here's your censorship right here, motherfuckers. YouTube would never be never be censored. That's violating free speech. We should have free speech to say whatever the fuck we want. Cursing up a storm, but there's certain levels, yeah, I understand that, but still. You can't just slander somebody or defame their character, which a lot of people do on this website. We're just saying. I'm just saying. Calling people names and accusing them of things that they're not with no valid proof. It's been happening for pretty much 13 years or more. But does YouTube give a shit? Nope. They let these idiots do whatever the fuck they want on YouTube. And then, do whatever they want outside of YouTube. And even freaking law enforcement can't even help. Oh, it's YouTube. We can't do anything about that. You shouldn't be on YouTube. What the fuck kind of fucking argument is that? You're getting harassed and bullied on YouTube, and then you're getting harassed and bullied in real life by the same fucking people. How's that like, oh, you need to get off YouTube to stop it? No, you're gonna stop. I mean, come on now. Do your fucking job. I mean, really, the people on YouTube need to do their fucking job and get these idiots that do this shit off the internet. Completely. Get them off YouTube. IP ban them, do something so they can't make 6,000 fucking accounts. It's just ridiculous. But that's the way it is right now. That's why YouTube is just... Used to be fun back in the day. Now it's just a fucking circus. It just is. It's for some people it's fun because they talk about wrestling. They want to talk about music. It's fun, yeah. To that extent, yes, I agree with that. But just it's just like you come on, you do a video. Next thing you know, you're getting bombarded by trolls and call. They don't like your video. I mean, if they don't like your video, so fucking what? Keep going. You can't please everybody. But when it goes too far, yeah, then you should speak up for yourself. Even though sometimes that doesn't work because the shit keeps going on in real life shit. And people want to do this, and you want to murder them and everything. It's just retarded. I'm not going to go into it. Alright, so Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers comes out, and, Jalen Brunson's in the freaking crowd. But we get to this match, we start off with a brawl, after the feet cuts like 6,000 times. Eli gets double teamed down, Logan and Santos tease a fight, but then Eli gets back up, gets dropped down again, and then Santos gets sent to the outside, leaving Logan and Paul and Eli to fight it out. Eventually, Eli wins that. And then Logan dives onto Eli on the outside, but gets taken out by Santos Escobar as we're going to come back. Santos hits a super Frankensteiner for a near fall on Eli as Logan Paul had to make the save. Eli and Logan Paul once again slug it out. And Eli hits a DDT on Santos for a near fall. Then he goes for the Eli Drake, yeah, elbow, but gets caught up by Santos. So Eli slams him down, hits the elbow anyway. Santos gets right back up with a Phantom Driver to Eli, and goes for the cover. Logan Paul had to make the save again. And then Eli, German superplexes Santos off the top rope, which is pretty damn nice. And then Logan Paul hits a Swanton Bomb for a near fall. So we get that, and then Tyrese Halliburton goes to somebody in the crowd. Probably a fan. I don't know if it's a fan or a plant. Who knows who it was. Yeah, he gets some brass knuckles from a fan, and he's like knocking on the steps, and then Jalen Brunson just jumps over the barricade. Hey, where's the security guards here? And then Tyrese's like, oh, you want some of me now? I'm gonna beat you like I did in the NBA playoffs. Oh. That was fun. That's always fun when the Knicks lose in the playoffs. Kind of like when the Eagles lose in the playoffs, too. Oh, I'm sorry, Eagles fans. I'm sorry. Oh, you Boston Bruins fans. I know the Rangers lost in 6 games. But at least we got farther than you. Yeah, Florida won the fucking Stanley Cup. Fuck you, Florida Panthers fans. Just want to say. You almost choked a 3-0 lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. So, you have nothing to be happy about, okay? Yeah, you won the Stanley Cup, but you almost choked it. You almost did. So, you get a golf clap for that. A golf clap. That Stanley Cup don't mean shit. Yeah, you got it first time in your history. Big deal. Big deal. You know what the hard part is? Defending it. So, if you can defend it next year, you get back to the Stanley Cup Finals, then I'll say something. But right now, you got nothing. That Stanley Cup is pretty much the Rangers. It should have been the Rangers if they didn't choke in Game 5 and 6. But still. Rangers will be back in the playoffs next year. Depending on how they do, during the season. Hopefully get some good players. We we don't have much of the same team. Goudreau's gone. I don't know why they re-signed Capo Caco. I still don't understand that. Got a guy in the draft, I think his name is DJ Emery, or EJ Emery, something like that. I don't know who he is. Got him in the draft. At least he's probably going to be playing for the Miners, like in Hartford or something like that. I don't know. I'm hoping the Rangers kick some ass like they did this year, win the President's Trophy again, and actually go to the Stanley Cup Finals and win it. But I'm just worried if the Rangers win the President's Trophy next year, how's it going to be in the playoffs? Are they going to choke again, like the Bruins did 2 years ago? It's just like, you could be the best team in the league, get the most points in the league, and then what happens? In the playoffs. It happens. It just happens. We got that. Alright, so Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson square up, and then referees have to stop them, and that leads to distraction, which leads to Eli rolling up Logan Paul. Well, actually, Logan Paul rolled him up, and then Eli counted it, and then with a handful of tights, 1, 2, 3. So Eli Drake goes to Money in the Bank. We got one more participant in that match. So we got that. Match was okay, just too much chicanery, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, so we got Melo, Andrade, Eli on the Smackdown side. And on Raw, we have, who's on Raw? Shit. Probably Drew McIntyre, so put Drew in. That's 4. We got 2 more. Can't think of them. I have to look it up. I know we got. Okay, let's go again. Mello, Eli, probably Drew McIntyre. Let's just put him in anyway. It's like Mello, Andrade, Eli, Drew. And they got 2 more. We can't put Ricochet. Ricochet's out. Chad Gable. Forgot Chad. That's 5. And there's 1 more. I can't think of who the other one is. That's probably going to be... That's the one to be... Well, that was there. But Drew's going to be in this Monday night. Most likely be Drew. If not... If it's not Drew, it's probably going to be either Sheamus or Ilya Dragunov. So... We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so... But Eli gets the win. I'm happy about that. That he's gonna win. I had him to win early on. But now that you put in guys like Gable... If Drew gets in, which probably he will, I think Drew or Gable can win the Money in the Bank. I mean, I think, I really think Mello might win it. They've been kind of teasing Mello might win Money in the Bank. And then cashing in on, why would he cashing in on Cody? Yeah, it's great, but are you going to win the title? No, probably not. I don't know. I don't think that Mello should win it and then cash in. I think if he does cash in, it should be later. Not like a Poppy Priest type of thing later, like at WrestleMania. But I just think if he does cash in, he's going to lose either way. I just can't see, like, Mello winning the world title. If he does cash in, he should cash in on the United States title. Cash in on Logan Paul, maybe at, or Eli at SummerSlam. That's something you can do. Instead of everybody thinking like, oh, Mello's gonna cash in on Cody. Nah, no, why? He already lost to Cody in that horrible match that it was. It was good, but then the botching and bleh. Look at that. All right, so I gave the match with Eli, Logan Paul, and Santos. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, we're gonna finish up pretty soon because we're gonna get the Rampage, and then we're going to bed. All right, I could have done without the Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton thing. I think it was just for show because it was in Madison Square Garden. The last time Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton were in Madison Square Garden was Game 7 of the semifinals, which the Knicks, because they'll never win a title. Fuck them. They had a good chance this year, but still, choked it. Choked it bad. That's that. And even the Pacers, I thought they could have maybe gave the Celtics a run for their money. Nope, lost in 5. And with the Celtics now, the NBA champions. It is what it is. Alright, we got that. Alright, so Eli gets to win, and then afterwards, everyone but Santos has a stare down. And then Tyrese Halliburton and Logan Paul leave the ringside area. So that's pretty much it. Alright, there we go, right to the back. We have Baron Snorbin Corbin talking to Apollo Crews about what just happened. Apollo's happy that Santos lost and has no chance of being Mr. Money in the Bank. So that little feud continues on. And then Carmelo Hayes, the man who shoots, and, well, he misses more than the New York Knicks do. He comes in and says, well, I'm the only Melo that actually won a title. Ooh, I knew he was going there. I just knew it. I was like, I'm the only Melo that can actually win in this building. Oh, because Carmelo Anthony couldn't do shit on the Knicks. That's a fact. Anyway, so he comes in, brags about how he's going to win Money in the Bank. Probably will win it, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a nice tribute to Sika from the Wild Samoans. We got that on Raw. Then we got that on NXT. Then we got an In Memoriam on Dynamite. And then we got one on TNA. Now we got one on Smackdown. I don't know if we're gonna do it on Collision or even at well, probably won't be at Money in the Bank, but look at that. Anyway, so very nice video for Sika. Very nice. Roman's dad. We must acknowledge Roman's dad, as always. All right, then we get a video on Andrade. Talk about what it would mean to win Money in the Bank. Not that he is going to win it, but you never know. Good to see Andrade. That's that. Alright, then we go to the final Women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. We have Blair Davenport, Naomi, and Indy Hartwell. 9.5 minute match. Meh. Wasn't anything right home about. Blair tried to get the pin, but Indy doesn't like it. And then we have, we had an alliance of Blair Davenport and Indy Hartwell. You know, New Zealand and I think, Indy is Australian. I could be wrong on that, but anyway, that lasted 18 seconds. So we got that. Then the rest of the match was kind of back and forth, getting to the end. And Naomi knocks Blair down in the corner, goes for the split-legged moonsault and missed. They go to the outside, and then we see Jade Cargill come up, jump Indy from behind because Indy cost her the match earlier in the night for payback. So we got that. And then Naomi hits the Bubba Bomb, otherwise known as the, hits the Bubba Bomb by Bully Ray, into a roll-up, kind of weird-looking finish. But 1, 2, 3, Naomi gets the win. She goes to Money in the Bank. Is she going to win? No. She's just going to do some ridiculously mediocre, high-flying moves here and there. I mean, it is what I think it's really the Io, Lyra, Tiffy show. Because all three of them are going to do, they're going to kill each other. I'm very nervous for Tiffy Tiff, you know, going into that ladder match. She's been in one before, that Iron Survivor match, where she won it. I think she will do it again. She'll win Money in the Bank, hopefully. You know, Chelsea Green knows a thing or two about ladders. Io knows a thing or two about ladders. Lyra, I don't think that much. And then you got pretty much Naomi knows a thing or two about ladders, but doesn't do like high-flying spots or anything like that. But I would love for Io to hit the over the moonsault from the top of the ladder onto a bridging ladder, basically killing somebody. Not Tiffy Tip, maybe like Naomi or Chelsea Green or even Lyra. But pretty much Io is defending her Money in the Bank from last year. She can go back to back, first time ever, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I would love for it to happen. I marked the fuck out, but it's not going to happen. I think Tiffy Tiff or Chelsea Green probably will win it. I hope it's not Chelsea, you know, hometown, but I think it's going to be Tiffy Tiff. But we'll see. Thanks to Nia Jax. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Alright, then we go to the back. We have DIY. We have Johnny Gargano and the Psycho Killer, Mr. Tommaso Ciampa. They're in the back talking to Byron Saxton about their tag team title shot next week against A-Town Down Under of Austin Theory and I Did It, Grayson Waller. So Austin Theory comes in, says that he and Grayson will win the match next week. I doubt that. I think we're going to get a title change finally, but we'll see. So then Johnny Gargano suggests that Austin Theory's like, you need to get your head in the game. Waller's only using you for his own insatiable ego. He's only in this for himself. Theory's like, I don't care what you think. And then out of nowhere, Grayson Waller comes in, jumps Gargano and Ciampa. And then Theory just like, get over here, get out of here. Like, that's not how we do business. So we get that. So we'll see what happens next week on the program from Toronto for the tag team belts, DIY versus A-Town Down Under. And I think we might get a title change, but I mean, we'll see. The way the storyline is going with Grayson and Theory, you know, one saving the other. You don't know if they can coexist anymore. And now DIY, who just every time they get a title shot, they lose. So I'm like, something's got to give. I'm hoping for a title change, and then maybe DIY can run with the belts for a couple months. Maybe lose it to the Yes Boys or the Street Profits. But then, who knows? We got that. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the final segment of SmackDown. The Bloodline Acknowledgement Ceremony for Paul Heyman. So, the Wiseman and them, they all come out. Paul tries to handle the introduction because he is a New York boy. But Solo's like, shut up, Paul. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. He didn't say it like Shane Douglas. Give me the fucking mic! I mean, not Shane. Sorry, Shane. I meant, not you, Shane. I meant Scott. You know, Scott. Scott Steiner. By the way, biography of the Steiners this Sunday night on A&E. And then after that, we have A&E biography of Sammy Hagar and Sebastian Bach, formerly of Skid Row. That should be fun. I mean, last week we got Dee Snider and Alice Cooper. I like what A&E is doing now. Now they're doing biographies of musicians. Like maybe they'll do Ozzy next. Not this season, but I think it's the end this year. I think there's maybe one more guy on the A&E biography series for the musicians. But I hope they come back for season 2. They have like Ozzy. They have different bands, not just artists. I mean, what are you gonna have next besides Ozzy? They should just do biography of like Heart, biography of Metallica, Megadeth, Lemmy. Well, maybe they'll do Lemmy solo, but
Lemmy Kilmeister from Motorhead. We play rock and roll. Rock out with your cock out. Alright. Gonna have a biography with a wart in my face,
Okay, calm down. That would be fun to see a biography of Lemmy. That'd be good. I mean, there's so many of them, but. And I shared a birthday with Lemmy. Lemmy has the same exact birthday as me, which is Christmas Eve. How cool is that? That I share a birthday with a rock god and Jesus Christ the Lord. You gotta love me. I am gifted. And I'm happy about that. What do you think about that, Lemmy?
Shoot! It's like, this Lemmy Kilmeister, I share the same birthday as the great man Peter Joseph. He rocks out with his cock out. Alright.
Not on video, of course, in the bedroom. But Rosa knows all about that, but I digress, I'm not. But anyway, it's great to have the same birthday as a rock god and the Lord. Imagine that I was born a week before that. I mean, I would still be in the greatest month in the world, the greatest people in the world that have the same birthday. Not the same birthday, same birth month. But, I'll be, if I was born the week before, December 17th, I'll be 2 days before Chris Howard, the great man that he is. And I think it's the same day as Maria Brink. I think it's the 17th to 18th. Everybody gets them mixed up, but still. I could be on the same day as the great goddess of metal. So I would still be, what I am now, it was a god of extreme. But it is what it is. I'm gifted. I'm happy. Ozzy's in the same birth month as me. Lemmy, Jesus Christ the Lord, Chris Howard and Maria Brink of In This Moment. Basically the same week. I know Ryan Seacrest has the same birthday as me, but who fucking cares about that motherfucker? We don't acknowledge him here. He doesn't get an acknowledgement. Oh, Seacrest, you got the same birthday as Lemmy and Jesus. What do you think about that? Seacrest, oh, yeah, get out of here. You know what? I would say a word, but I'm not going to say it. But he's a douchebag. That's what he is. And that's that. So anyway, blah 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 blah. All right, so Heyman's like, give me the fuck. Solo says, give me the fucking mic. And Solo's like, I will now introduce to you the newest member of the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, my personal enforcer. So Jacob was still in the building, so Solo lied to the Wiseman and to all of us. Not that we knew he was there anyway. Alright, so Jacob comes out. His entrance theme is great. His whole entrance is fire, no pun intended, because it had fire in it. That theme is a banger. But anyway, so he comes out, stands next to the Grills of Destiny. So Solo says, I got the Grills of Destiny, I got the Tongans, I got Jacob Fatu. He's like, Jacob, get over here and acknowledge me. So Jacob's like, Solo, my friend, I acknowledge you. I love you like a brother. So then Tama Tonga says some stuff in Tongan. I'm like, what? What did you say? And then he says, I acknowledge you, Solo. Tonga Loa, who kind of had some doubts about Jacob Fatu last week. Excuse me. Acknowledge Solo. So then Solo's like, well, Wiseman, I think it's your turn. I want you to acknowledge me. So Heyman's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I am, you know. And then Tonga Loa takes out a black bag which has the, Roman's necklace in there. I'm like, first of all, where did he get that from? And then Heyman's like, oh my God, what are you doing? How'd you get that? And then Solo's like, Wiseman, acknowledge me. Put the thing on my, put the necklace around me. I'm the tribal chief now. So, Heyman's like, Solo, I love you. And he's like, I acknowledge that you are not my tribal chief. There you go, Paul. Stand up for yourself, finally. But, boy, did Paul Heyman... Paul, I know you sacrificed yourself for the real tribal chief, for Roman. And, Paul basically got written off TV. Solo gets all mad, hits a Samoan spike. And then Jacob Fatu goes up top, hits a top rope headbutt, even though I thought it was a splash. But I guess he overshot it, whatever. It's a top rope headbutt. Then they take the Wiseman to the outside, hit the Shield-style powerbomb. As Jacob was like Roman Reigns. Ooh! Ah! Put him through the table. Heyman's broken in half. Referee's like, is he dead? So that's it. And then the Road Bloodline are basically throwing up their ones. The crowd's chanting, fuck you, Solo, fuck the Bloodline. The freaking Fox feed continues to go glitchy and then basically ends the show. Actually, before that, Jacob puts the Samoan lei all over Solo, so now he's the so-called official tribal chief. And the fans are like, fuck you, Solo, fuck you, Bloodline, this and that. The sound goes off for a while, and then pretty much it ends. The feed cuts off. And that's pretty much it. So that ends a very chaotic edition of Smackdown. But still, another banger of a show this week. Both Raw and Smackdown did good last week. Both Raw and Smackdown did good this week. I think Raw was a better show this week, though. But anyway, Smackdown, I gave 7.5 out of 10 stars. And that's pretty much it. So, great show. And we'll see what happens this Monday night on Raw for their go-home show in Boston, Massachusetts. Then they go to Toronto for Smackdown, the go-home show. And pretty much we got Money in the Bank weekend next week with Money in the Bank Saturday night on pay-per-view. On pay-per-view from, I don't even know what arena, I think that's from the Scotia Arena, I forget what it is. They're going to be there on, they're going to be there Sunday for NXT Heatwave. I don't know where they're going to be Monday, at the same arena on Monday, I don't know. But it's going to be a big weekend in Toronto, pretty much from July 4th weekend on, that's basically it. They got access and everything. So if you're going there, have fun. If not, well, you can just stay home and have a nice, good July 4th weekend, barbecue, whatever you're gonna do that weekend, and you come home. You come home. You have a little vino. You have some chicken wings or chicken tendies or whatever you're gonna eat, watching Money in the Bank and Heat Wave. So you're gonna have a good weekend eventually. Just be safe if you're shooting off fireworks, of course. Do that early in the day. Don't do it at night. Well, not on July 4th. I'm talking about July 5th, 6th, and 7th. But in any case, that's it. So Smackdown, 7.5 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Alright, now we're going to quickly get to, I know this is over 2 hours, I'm sorry about that. I had a lot to say, and if you don't like it, too fucking bad. You watched it anyway, so thank you for the free view, assholes. Alright, so hopefully we can quickly get to Rampage. I know it's getting really late, and I have to go to sleep. Not that I gotta do anything this weekend anyway, so. I mean, I do got things to do tomorrow. I got some things to do, and I got some yard work to do, and I got tomorrow night I gotta go out as always, because it's Saturday night, gotta hang out with the friends, so. But Sunday night I will be home, watching Forbidden Door with a couple friends, and that's pretty much it. And I have good friends, Rose is gonna be here and everything. So we're gonna watch Forbidden Door. the longest fucked Forbidden Door, which is gonna be like 5 hours because it's starting, I think it's 7 or 7:30 with the pre-show. Then the main show is probably gonna end like 12, maybe 12:30. Then the scrum after that. Oi. We'll get that. Alright, let's get to Rampage real quick. And Rampage emanated from the PPL Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That great song by Billy Joel. Where we're living here in Terror Town. I mean, Allentown. Alright, so the PPL Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And our commentary team this week, Ian Ricka Boring, Nigel McGuinness, we love, and Tony Baloney. This is before, well, they take this before he lost his voice on Dynamite. So, I don't know if he got his voice back, so I guess we're going to find out tomorrow night when it's live. I think it's live tomorrow. Well, I know they're in Buffalo. Who knows? But anyway. Alright, so we got Nigel, Tony Baloney, and Ian Ricka Boring on commentary. Show itself was meh. Wasn't anything right home about. That's it. Alright, I'm just gonna paraphrase right here for the matches this time. Match number 1, freshly squeezed orange juice. Orange Cassidy taking on the Outrunners, Floyd and Magnum. 2-on-1 handicap match. Orange Cassidy gets the win with the Orange Punch. I forget who he hit. I think it was on Turbo and Magnum. Yeah, pretty much knocked both of them out with Orange Punches. 1, 2, 3. So Orange Cassidy gets the win, and he goes on to team up with Tomohiro Ishii tomorrow as they take on Shane Haste and Robbie Eagles, the New Japan Tag Team Champions. Well, and the IWGP Tag Team Champions because they're unified, of TMDK. And then Sunday, we got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. I think a rematch from one of the last Forbidden Doors. But we'll see what happens to that. 6-minute match. Wasn't great. Still, 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the back with Renee Paquette. She's backstage with the Jericho Vortex of the Learning Tree. We have the For the World Champion, Mr. Chris Jericho, talking on the phone with somebody. We have Big Cass. And the Bounty Hunter, the one-armed man, Mr. Brian Keith. they were talking about Minoru Suzuki wanting to be their partner, but then Minoru Suzuki's like, no, I want to fight you for the FTW title. So they kind of like saying, oh, well, we don't know if we're gonna have a third man. And then Jericho's like, well, we got a third man, but we won't tell you till Collision. Really? I wonder who it could be. Well, Jericho did show up at CMLL tonight for their little event, which had a little interesting things. Jericho, I forgot who he attacked. I think it was Mystico with Sin Cara. So he came in a mask. We knew it was Jericho. So he did the Juice Effect elbow. He did the code breaker. That was that. But the big news, well, sort of big news from tonight's CMLL show was that Atlantis Jr. he beat Kyle Fletcher to become the new Ring of Honor Television Champion. How long is that going to last? Probably a week. Kyle Fletcher will probably get it right back. Because, I mean, why would you... Unless they're going to do something on the pre-show, they're going to do something next week on the program, on Ring of Honor TV, Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision next week. It could get the title right back. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't think Atlantis Jr. should hold a belt for a long time. I mean, come on now. It's Atlantis Jr. Still. I just don't like title... why would you have a title change on a CMLL show? For that type of belt. I didn't get that at all. But anyway. So anyway, we're going to find out Jericho's third man tomorrow on Collision, whether it be Minoru Suzuki, maybe somebody from CMLL, maybe another guy from Japan, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright, after that, match number 2, interesting little tag team, we had the infantry of Carly Bravo and the captain, my good friend Sean Dean, along with Trish Adora at ringside. They take on Roderick Strong, along with the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I'm Matt Taven and Mike Bennett of the Undisputed Kingdom, as Roddy teams up with the New Japan Strong World Champion. No, I think he's the World Champion or the Openweight Champion, or whatever champion it is. But anyway, Gabriel Kidd, part of the Bullet Club. So, we got that. Gabe Kidd's official debut for AEW. Pretty good match, but in the end, we get the final driver. He hits the final driver after a 2-on-1 beatdown on Carly Bravo. So Roddy and Gabe Kidd kind of coexist and win the match. So you got all that. So, but Gabe Kidd did pretty good in his actual debut for Ring of Honor, not Ring of Honor, for AEW. So we got that. And it wasn't a bad match, but still, it is what it is. All right, match number 3 for the final spot in the TNT title ladder match. We had El Fantasmo, former junior heavyweight champion and former tag team champion. He takes on 8R Fox, beats him in 5 minutes. So El Fantasmo goes on to that 6-way ladder match with Mark Briscoe, Takeshita, Jack Perry. Who else is in that match? Dante Martin. I think one more guy. I can't think of it. But that should be an amazing match. I think Jack Perry might win it the way that the Elite are going right now. I'm thinking Jack Perry win it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it's not going to be like somebody from CMLL or somebody like Misty, not Mystico. Sorry, it's not going to be El Fantasmo. I doubt it's going to be Takeshita. It's not going to be Mark Briscoe, who knows a thing or two about ladders. I think it's going to be Jack Perry. It just rolls off the tongue right there. Jack Perry's going to win the belt. But we'll see what happens with that. But El Phantasmo's in. That's pretty damn good. They're gonna do a lot of 6 spots. This match is gonna be insane. But I think Jack Perry will get the win, and that's pretty much it. We'll talk about the predictions on Sunday, and that's it. All right, so good match there, 5-minute match. All right, then we have Lexi Nair backstage with the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo, who's kind of pissed that Hikaru Shida is coming back and she's in the tournament. And as far as she's concerned, as far as Deonna's concerned, the tournament should be for those who's regularly active on the roster. She does have a point, and she said the tournament is not for part-timers. Ow! Ooh, that's a shot in the pussy, because Shida's not really on the roster much. Deonna, you have a great point. I mean, why would you put somebody like Jeff Jarrett in? I know Jarrett because of the Owen Hart connection. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But then you got people who's like, why are you in the tournament? We just needed to fill places. Danielson, I don't even know what should be in the tournament. Shingo, I'm okay with Shingo. You got Jay White, Faye Phoenix. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. On the women's side, we got Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander. They're going to cancel each other out. Statlander's probably going to the finals against Mariah May, who's going to beat Saraya Knight on the pre-show. I don't know why that's a pre-show match still. You got that. She's just going to lose to Deonna Purrazzo most likely. And then I think Mariah May is going to be facing I think that winner, actually. Yeah. Deonna Purrazzo and Hikaru Shida, the winner faces Mariah May or Paige in the semis, and then pretty much it's going to be it's going to be Mariah May taking on Chris Statlander in the finals in Calgary. I forget what date that is, actually. I think it's the 19th of July. It's right before Blood and Guts, I know that. So they got that. So I think Mariah May will win the Owen Hart Cup, get to face Toni Storm at All In, Payback probably. We'll see what happens with that. On the men's side, probably going to be Danielson in the finals against maybe whoever the wild card is, which could be Hangman Adam Page. But that's pretty much it. And we move on with that. Alright, but yeah, damn, Deonna Purrazzo, you are speaking facts with these people in the tournament that are part-timers, like Shida. But Shida always wrestles in Japan, so you gotta give her some credit. That's that. Alright, match number 4, we have Shingo Takagi taking on the Peacock. And I'm wearing his shirt, by the way. Dalton Castle and the boys. Well, not a great night for Mr. Dalton Castle, as put up a good fight against the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion Shingo Takagi. And Dalton's a former Ring of Honor World Champion, TV Champion, 6-man Tag Team Champion. He's done it all in Ring of Honor. But one thing he didn't do is win this match, as Shingo gets the win. So he hits the clothesline from hell, which turns into a catch and swing capture suplex. That's a crazy move. 1, 2, 3. Shingo gets the win, and pretty much he's ready for Mr. Bryan Danielson. So this match lasted 6 minutes, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we go to your, this was the main event, 9-minute match. Sky Blue back on TV. You haven't seen her in a while, because she's probably been getting nailed by freaking Kyle Fletcher, who just doesn't have anything. She has nothing really to do. So I think she had an injury too, I'm not sure. But anyway, she's back on television, even on Rampage though, but still. So Sky Blue takes on Queen Aminata, the one and only. So this is a pretty damn good match. 2 hotties in that ring. This lasted 9 minutes, but in the end, Queen Aminata gets the win after hitting that vicious headbutt of hers after Sky Blue goes for Code Blue, and Queen Aminata somehow got out of that, reversed it into that big, wicked Glasgow Kiss headbutt. So that's it. So Queen Aminata gets the win. She is, on a collision course with Athena, though we don't know about that. It was still a fake injury, I think. Athena said on Ring of Honor TV last night she was going to be out for a year. So I think Queen Aminata might be your new Ring of Honor Women's Champion by Death Before Dishonor, and I think Red Velvet might become the Women's TV Champion after she beats my girl Billy Starks. I hope not, but we'll see what happens with that. But still, Queen Aminata gets the win. That's that. And then she picks up Sky Blue, tries to get a Code of Honor out of her. That ain't happening. Sky Blue gets up, hits a super kick out of nowhere. And then she locks in that seated dragon sleeper of hers. And then Red Velvet comes out of your mama's kitchen, comes in for the save to end the show. So I'll probably get Red Velvet versus Sky Blue next week on Rampage. And I don't really give two shits. But that's it. And that ends Rampage. So, Rampage, what it was, 6.25 out of 10 stars, and that's pretty much it. And Smackdown, better show, 7.5 out of 10 stars, and that's it. So that's it for Smackdown and Rampage, and that's it for me. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, smash that like button, leave a comment down below if you wish. If not, then keep it moving. And don't forget to subscribe to my channels. Don't forget to hit that bell so when the next video goes up, you'll be hopefully the first one to see it, and you don't miss anything in the future. And don't forget to follow me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to share the video all over the goddamn place. And that's it. All right, guys, I'm going to sleep. I'll be back tomorrow night, sometime late tomorrow night, with your AEW Collision review, and that's pretty. Actually, I'll be back with 2 videos tomorrow. I found out earlier tonight. I thought it was a joke. Martin Mull, who was on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, he died at the age of, I believe, 80 tonight. So a great actor passed away. So I might do a tribute video for him tomorrow, because I did. Kind of grew up with him, watching him on Sabrina the Teenage Witch and a couple other TV shows back in the day. So, might do a little video tomorrow about that. Very, very quickie video tomorrow on my Metal God channel. So, check that out early in the afternoon. And then tomorrow night, when I get back from wherever I'm going to be tomorrow night, your Collision review. And that's it. And then Sunday, I'm going to be doing TSL 33 with my Forbidden Door 3 predictions, and that'll probably be it. I don't know. I may get the review up late Sunday night. If not, probably sometime in the evening on Monday night, right before Monday Night Raw. So, stay with me, and please hit that bell so when those videos go up, you'll see them. And that's it. Alright, everybody. If you're on the East Coast, I hope you're sleeping right now. I'm going to go to sleep right now. I'm going to try to get a few hours of sleep, and then I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Got some stuff to do, got some shopping to do on Sunday, before I do anything on Sunday night with Forbidden Door. So I'm going to do a little bit of shopping, a little bit of cleaning in the house and all the stuff to do. And that's pretty much going to be it. But I will be back tomorrow with a couple of videos, and then definitely on Sunday with a couple more. And then next week, we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank and Heat Wave. And, after that, got 2 more weeks to go before I actually go on my actual vacation, and then I'll be back by the end of July, back to doing what I'm doing right now with reviews and insights and all that other good shit. We have fun. We do some satire. We talk to Mike Awesome or anybody like that. We just have fun here. If you like it, great. Get out of here. Alright, so I'm going to end this long video. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I'm sorry. I did not entertain you tonight. But you watched anyway, so thank you for the free view anyway. But if you're still not down with that, then me, The Purge, The Prophecy, everybody that's way better than you, and you know it, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Remember it, because pretty much you got nothing else to defend yourself with. So it is what it is. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'm out.